Americans aren't the only ones suffering with high prices. The high cost of gas is exploding family budgets across the country, and our next guest says where you live can make a big difference in how much it's impacting you. John Norquist is the president of the Congress for New Urbanism, and he's joining us now from Chicago. Well, let's get right down to it. I think everybody knows location is important when picking a house, choosing a house, but you also want to think about the transportation costs, you say.
That's right. The transportation factor has gotten much more important with the increase in the price of gasoline. So before people make an investment in a house, they need to factor that in. And so a lot of people are starting to do that. And you can see it with the house price market is now changing. People that live in location-efficient neighborhoods are holding their value in their houses much more than those where there's a long commute.
Wow, that's impressive. Just interesting how things are changing. We wanted to show our viewers an example of two suburbs and how the prices are changing and what their costs are. One, they're both in Georgia, first of all. They're suburbs of Atlanta. One is Decatur, the other is Decula. And you can see them right here on the map. Decatur is about 6 miles from Atlanta. Decula is about 38 miles out. So very big difference, obviously, in the commuting time. But John, tell us what's going on here, because these people face very different prices when it comes to commuting.
Yeah, these numbers were calculated some time ago, so now the differential would be even greater. It'd be over $500 difference per month between Decatur and Decula. And something else that I'd want to point out is that it's not just the distance, it's the way the town is built out. Decatur has a grid of streets, and most of the neighborhoods have convenient shopping, so that if you want to go get a gallon of milk or something, you don't have to hop in the car. You can if you want to, but you can walk, your kids can walk, and so forth. And that really makes a difference. It cuts down the amount of driving. You can really see it dramatically with Atlantic Station, another neighborhood in Atlanta that actually the EPA calculated it, and the average person in Atlantic Station does 1/4 of the driving of the average person in the metro area. So that's a big savings for people who have
Right, big savings. And I just want to point out to our viewers, they were just seeing pictures of Atlantic Station, mixed-use development, as you said, residential right next to commercial and retail. It's all mixed up so that, yeah, you can just go down to the corner and get your milk instead of popping in the car. Let's make one other quick comparison. I want to tell folks about your Housing and Transportation Affordability Index. This is something that's online that you can actually tap into at htaindex.com. We want to show folks yet another comparison here. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, the Research Triangle in North Carolina, showing you here housing costs should be about 30% of your budget. You see here the yellow is the affordable area, the green is not affordable. Layer on transportation costs now for us, and you can see that even less of this area is affordable, you know, jumping up above 48%, those green areas. What's going on here, John? Just tell us, we don't have a ton of time left, if you would, about, you know, why this transportation issue is so important.
Well, what's happening is that the price of the house isn't the only thing that matters to a household budget. So if you're living in a very, very inefficient location, those transportation costs are going to eat up your household budget and make it harder to do other things that you want to do.
John, great advice, interesting thoughts. We really appreciate your time today. Still ahead on Open House, a quick visit to Consumer Reports, and we leave with all the answers, tips you need to save on gas this